I'm back with another triggering topic. Now, I really want to talk about the nightmare that is the relationship of ASAP Rocky and Rihanna. Now, before I get into it, y'all see my disclaimer. It's up there on the screen. You see it, all alleged, nothing factual, just my thoughts, blah, blah, blah. Now, I had already seen the clip of ASAP Rocky at the concert or wherever he was at, and some outlets were saying that he was wearing a thong, and then other outlets were saying that it was just a trick of the light and it was some boxers. And I was like, regardless of what it is or what it was, baby, this is what happens when you decide to build a family with a man who publicly said that he was the bad chick, that he's the prize. He deserves to be tricked on and wined and dined. He wants to be seduced and kissed on the neck. And he wants a woman to come over there softly and slide his panties to the side. He wants to be walking in the house with his t-shirt and panties on. Yuck. But you know what? Let me chill. Let me chill. Let me show y'all this clip and I'll be right back.
I didn't know me when I was single because I would have fucked the shit out you if you was pregnant.
Now, when I saw that clip, I was like, once again, you out here embarrassing Rihanna. You think that these celebrities don't read the headlines about themselves? Because he already had Rihanna out here looking crazy with his behavior at the Met Gala. Now he's out here talking about having smecks with girls. Oh, if you knew me back then, if you was pretty, I would did it. You ain't have to say that. In my opinion, that is putting out the bat signal that you still open to it, if you ask me. Because why you ain't just say thanks for coming? Thanks for supporting me. Glad you're here. Love my fans. Love my supporters. But you are out here in a public relationship with one of the most famous black celebrities in the world who is worth over $1 billion, and you out here talking about smashing women. And honestly, I feel like, I don't know if this is an unpopular opinion, but I just got to say it. I feel like ASAP Rocky is currently in the process of humbling Rihanna and attempting to completely break down her self-esteem. I saw the exact same thing that was present in Cardi B and what's his name, Offset's relationship. And honestly, Rihanna and Cardi B exhibit both of the same pattern of pick-me behaviors. And in my opinion, right now, ASAP Rocky is really realizing that he has her right where he wants her. Rihanna has 3 children by him. She is also aged light years since they publicly exposed that they are together, and he basically looks the same. That should tell you everything that you need to know, that this is an energy vampire situation. He's also done multiple things to embarrass her as of late, and we already know that he is a self-hater. And with dark-skinned black males who you know are self-hating, will always destroy a black woman that they are in a relationship with, regardless of that woman's caliber, because at the end of the day, they hate themselves. They can't spend all that time hating themselves for being black, so they will hate you for being black, and they will make you suffer. And it doesn't matter that Rihanna has light eyes and all of these things. She's still a black woman, and that is still under the umbrella of him hating himself and needing someplace else to direct that self-hatred to. Because at the end of the day, his type, and this is just my opinion, his type really, really, really is a white tea woman for the most part. That's just my opinion. Because when you hear a black man, especially a dark-skinned black man, but really any black man, say that they hate their skin color, just like ASAP Rocky said that he hated his skin color and wanted to be light-skinned, that is the reason why he was always sitting there projecting all of those weird standards onto dark-skinned black women, saying that they couldn't wear red lipstick and all of this other BS, because at the end of the day, he needs to find somebody to take that self-hatred out on. And if you look at the archetype of dark-skinned black male celebrities, they never direct that to each other. They will talk about, oh, you look better, the beautiful brown woman, you look better red, you this, that, and the third. They never apply that to themselves, only outwardly to the women, only outwardly to women that possess the same characteristics that they do. And when you get into a relationship with a black man like that, with self-hatred issues and also misogynistic ideologies and also a promiscuous man because he has said that he's been involved in orgies and all of that. I promise you, a man that is deeply in his flesh, deeply promiscuous, those he has all of the red flags to say, no, 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 you don't want to engage in this relationship. But when you do engage with a man that has these type of red flags or this type of archetype of a man, you will suffer.
I could fuck a chick and her mom and her sister, and I'm just the man. You know what I mean? It's fucked up. It's some scumbag shit, but at the end of the day, I'm the man. You know what I mean? And if a woman was to fornicate with me or just anybody I knew or even be affiliated with, she's a hoe, she's a slut, she's a tramp, she's this and that. What's the difference? I mean, not to get so vulgar, but it's a man's world.
This man is not playing around. When he's saying these things, when these things are coming out of his mouth, this is what he thinks and this is what he believes. He is a misogynist. All you have to do is listen to the things that he's saying. And I actually think it's disgusting. But like I said, when you get with a black man that believes these things, with the add-on of thinking that women are less than, and women can, if they are in charge of their sexuality or they do this or that, there's something wrong with them, but you can be for the streets. You can give that thing to anybody who has a dollar bill and somehow you're on point. You're the man. When you get with men that think like this, I promise you, everything that you deal with him from will be from an archaic lens. It really will. And also when you deal with the man that is out here, somehow in the way that he moves, the things that he says, somehow pedestalizing non-black women, you're already going to lose as well. And also, when you add another layer to it, which is another one here, the jealousy that black men oftentimes feel when being in relationships with successful black women, this is a recipe for disaster. Because what he gonna do is he gonna humble you, and he's going to try to make you feel as low and as inadequate as he is feeling. I remember it was 2 stories of black women that were very successful real estate brokers or whatever, and they got with these black men, and the black men were upset and jealous at their success and ended up unaliving these 2 black women. So it's always going on. It's never good to be in this situation. And you got to think about this. And the reason why also it is so dangerous to be in a relationship with a man that you're more successful than as a black woman is because if you notice in the black community, black men do not as a whole compete with men. They compete with black women. So they're always going to see you as competition. So they're always going to be looking at you and say, she doing better than me. I don't like that. Look at her doing that. Oh, what she thinks she is. You know, because if you notice, like it's like if you ever got into it with a black man or an argument, a lot of times they will compare themselves with you, their looks, their finances, their position in life. They'll do that all with only black women. Do you know how many times that I've seen black men argue with black women? And it's also happened to me as well. They'll say, I got more money than you. I got more money than you. I know you broke. Pull out a stack now. Let's compare bank accounts. Let's compare this. Let's compare that. And I'm sitting here like, sir, you're a man. Men still get paid more than women in this world. So how is it a flex if you as a man have more than me? Why are you trying to compete with a woman? Why are you not competing with Chad over there? But even though, I'm just going to get off of that. Even though I feel kind of bad for Rihanna, I feel like this is also on her. This is her fault. Because A$AP Rocky has been very open with his promiscuity, his misogyny, his pedestalization of non-black women, his self-hatred, the fact that he wants to be in the same position as a woman, and therefore, in my opinion, does not truly believe that he should be a man that would truly protect a black woman because he would be in a position of not being a lady. Because if you feel like you a lady just like me, how in the world are you going to feel like because you're a man and you supposed to protect me? Hopefully that makes sense but you know, no shade to the Navy. So the Navy, please don't be over here talking crazy to me because this is just my opinion, but no shade. Rihanna has shown many times over the years that she's a pick-me who prioritizes men over her own safety and well-being. It's the reason why she was beefing with Carucci over Chris Brown, a man who beat the brakes off of her and cheated on her. But somehow you mad at Carucci? You were more mad at her than you mad at Chris Brown. And that's a choice. That's a choice. And even with Rihanna being in a relationship with a man like A$AP Rocky, who has said ignorant things, once again, he said ignorant things about black women. You ignoring all of that, that's a choice. That's a choice. You ignore all of that, and not to mention, then you decide to build a family with this man and have 3 children with him. That make me feel like you don't care about black women. Even though black women are responsible for you having, for the most part, the wealth that you have, the fame that you have, everything. So, and my thing is that I just think that a lot of people look at Rihanna as this empowered, strong black woman who's a girl's girl. And I've never looked at her like that, because if I see you having way more smoke for women than I see you have for men who've been playing in your face, I personally feel like you a pick me. And the beef that she had with Tiana Taylor, Carucci, even Sierra, quick to tell them women off, quick to talk to them crazy. But then you're out here getting embarrassed by your man as a billionaire, mind you, on red carpets and while he's on stage, and you quiet as a church mouse. You just out there looking mad, insecure, lurking, looking. What? Nah, fam. But once again, and this is just another side note, in my opinion, I don't think that you can trust black men who date out like that. I really don't. And no, this does not apply to black women. It does not. It doesn't apply to black women who date out. I think black women are fine and they can do that. But in my opinion, I just feel like if you're a black woman and you like black men, you want to engage with them, if he tells you that he dates out or he's ever dated out, I don't think that that's a man that you should approach and be in a relationship with. And I will tell you, because in my opinion, I feel like when black men date out, there is always some type of self-hatred that's underlying, or some type of disdain, dislike, and devaluation of black women deep inside of their psyche, or out in the open, doggone it. It don't even gotta be hidden. But I really do get annoyed as well by the women that are so rebellious and aggressive and domineering when it comes to other women. They're quick to say, I ain't playing with you. But then they will turn around and let a man drag them by the baby hairs. That's really nuts to me. And I think right now, and this is just my opinion, I believe that A$AP Rocky is in his Offset era. That he feels as if Rihanna will not leave no matter what he does. And I think his true colors are coming out right now, and he's testing her. Because Rihanna elevated his profile. I never even heard about this man to this degree until he got with her. But I think that he thinks, like most black men do, that children are punishments and they make your value go down as a woman, especially as a black woman, and that he won because she is his baby mama, and therefore he makes all the rules. And if she wants to have a certain image in a black community and she doesn't want to be looked at as, she doesn't want to get the Megan Thee Stallion effect by leaving a black man or turning on a black man or not falling on the sword for black men and just staying and taking whatever she's supposed to take from him so that she can have her black love fantasy, I believe that he really thinks that she has no choice but to stay with him and take whatever he dishes out. Whatever embarrassment that he's got going on, she's just supposed to take it. And, in my opinion, also, I was just thinking about this. I think that the collective of black men are cool. They cool with the status quo. They cool with white supremacy. They cool with racism. They cool with it all. They cool with the social hierarchy with white men at the top. As long as they have a black woman or black women to dominate and humiliate and to tell what to do and oppress and publicly lynch. As long as they can do that to black women, everything is A-OK. And I don't know, I guess even in this, we'll just see. We'll see how far that he's going to go. And with this whole, in my opinion, this dressing down of Rihanna, this humbling of Rihanna, this bringing her down to his level, well, underneath his level. We'll see how far he's going to go. But in my opinion, I really do believe that this is just the beginning of a systematic destruction of who Rihanna is and what she represents to her fans. And also him letting the world know that he holds all of the power, not her. But let's just check back in a few. We'll see what's going on, ladies. So I digress. If you watched this whole video and you truly enjoyed it, then please do me a favor and drop a 100 down below in the comments. If you can't donate to my Cash App above to help support the channel, that's no problem at all. Follow my second channel. It's a fun channel, Certified Overreactions. Follow your girl on TikTok. I do live stream there. Follow your girl on my main page on YouTube. Hit that notification bell and subscribe and hype my video up. And as always, ladies, I really, truly, truly do love to hear from y'all. So please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.